and welcome to TQ Talks, where we talk taxes and tax-free living 365. Here are your hosts, Craig White, Sebastian Singh, and Patrick Augustin.
Ooh, well, good to be back.
Back again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm exhausted today, so I'm trying to give some energy, but I don't know what's going to happen.
We got it. We're here. I always say that, right? I was like, yeah, we're here. We got it.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to try to give you energy. So, if you're new to our podcast, we go over everything tax related. We are Taxes 365 all year long. That's what we're doing, trying to help people to get into a better financial position. So, of course, we go into all other aspects of finance. So it's tax and
almost.
Like the and.
So it's really life planning for yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Anybody or any situations that come into your tax filing, I guess we could put that way. Mm-hmm. So whether it be your businesses, your investments, your family, children, dependents, spouse.
All the above. Tax and advisory firm is what I was saying when you hit
is where we're at. Yeah.
Either way, so the big news right now, I know you want to talk, and we've been buzzing back and forth about this wonderful $80 million IRS thing going on that everybody is panicking. If you, depending on what side you're from, I'll leave it at that.
Listen, I'm good with it.
You hear everything.
We pay a lot of money. We, the people, pay a lot of money in taxes. And the people that are making the less have been audited more often than not.
So before we get to that point, if you don't know what's happening, the IRS is supposed to be getting $80 billion, I think it is some crazy number, that goes into their program. Now, immediately before anybody read, I think, any article that was published anywhere, they go, oh my God, it's ridiculous. Why are they doing so much?
Where are we getting the money
from? We're going to audit everybody. Right.
Right.
So the premise is, in case you want to read, we'll tell you. You don't have to read it. It's supposed to be done over the next 10 years. So this is supposed to go into only about 50,000, or I lie, I think it's like 87,000 new field agents, right? And then you also, on the back end, have 50,000 people set to retire, which, by the way, over the last couple of years, people have been dropping like flies from the IRS.
Yeah.
And you have to consider that hiring is very difficult for the IRS because nobody wants to work for them. The pay is not that great, and you're dealing with a lot of stress, right?
It's a perfect storm, right? You're undermanned.
Right.
So not only did COVID and that whole skeleton staffing and then people retiring, all that kind of stuff, they're already understaffed.
They were.
And then they have to bring in new agents
to train
at
them.
the same pay rate with inflation, dare I bring up that word?
Don't do that.
Happening, right?
Yeah.
So people are disgruntled already at how much anyone is starting at when it comes to getting paid, and then they got to train them.
You got to train them, right? So there's two sides to the coin. There is yours where you're saying, "Hey, I love it. Why do you like it?"
So I don't like it overall.
Okay.
I think there is a place for audits. I think there are a lot of people doing their taxes crooked, and we need to make sure that
pretty much everybody.
But make sure that the fair taxpayers get what they deserve.
So who are the fair taxpayers?
The people that follow the rules.
But,
that's weird,
so
right?
Would we agree?
Because now you're gonna bring up the $1 billion corporations that know every single rule and get away with paying nothing.
Pretty much.
Now the problem with that, though, is that their tax filings are so complicated. The average tax agent is not looking at their file.
Right. So
so they get away with more. Okay, go ahead.
What? So that's debatable, right? We put the post the other day, right, that talked about the U.S. leaning towards automated taxes free. So literally you type your name and social, and that's it, because they already have all your information. And a lot of people would argue, and I would understand, that taxes should have never been this complicated to begin with. Now, I understand when it comes to small business owners and the DMs, or I lied, the messages people were talking back and forth, I was replying, you were replying. I get it when it comes to business owners, etc., because there's a lot of caveats. But a regular W-2 person who may or may not have kids and anything else, doesn't matter what else is going on, it should be pretty doggone simple.
It should be.
It should, but it isn't. So here goes that backstory of why. There has to be. Now, if taxes right? Taxes are literally your taxation, your tax dollars are what funds this government. It is, right? That's where the majority of the money comes from.
The roads, the cops,
everything,
the fire,
everything.
Right?
Then to me, they had to set up a system that was going to benefit them. That's what it seems like. So when I see this,
like the House wins,
has to be
House wins.
The House always wins,
right?
Right. So this infusion doesn't bother me. So here's the two sides that I was thinking of. The quote unquote wealthy, 250,000 or more is what they say consecutively. You're making money, you're wealthy.
Yes.
If you read one thing, it says, hey, everyone that's making over 400K is going to, listen, your audit rate's going to jack up.
Right.
You have other people that say that's not true. Anyone who's a small business that has complicated, quote unquote, complicated taxes that we do all the time,
also be
shamelessly.
Yep.
They're going to be the ones that are charged. It doesn't matter about the 400. So be prepared. Right? Be prepared. Is that Lion King? Right? So I just thought it just hit me. If you guys haven't seen the Broadway, you guys got to see the Broadway show. I think it's amazing. Shout out to Liam.
You did see all three, though, right? The old one, Broadway.
No, I just saw the new one in New York. Remember we took Liam.
No, I'm saying you saw the old Lion King.
Oh, yeah, the movies.
On cassette.
Of course.
And
cassette,
the new one. The
VHS. We did, yes. We have
right,
them.
So we're going to be prepared.
We will. So the thing is, you should be prepared anyway, because that's what we talk to people about is
right, especially with our small business.
Yeah, documentation is the
that's
thing. That's how IRS works.
Man. Just log it.
So again, I don't have an issue with it per se, but the government is notorious for not telling the truth. So when they say, "Oh, guys, listen, we're not going to target you," the regular folks, I think everyone panics because it doesn't really work the way they say. So, 10 years. Yeah, the other article, agents with guns or something. Remember
right.
So, how do we not? It's hard from a regular, you want to put that lower to middle income class, as that type of individual to not fear that sum of money being implemented in a system that's notorious for giving people hell.
The little people, right?
Everyone, because the big people can't hit it, but the big people just have the money
protection,
to fight. Right?
Yeah,
That's what it
they have their goons.
Yeah.
So one thing that we always say is, don't be afraid, be aware. Mm-hmm. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. TQ Financials. Mm-hmm. You should know it's coming. If you listen to us, you follow us, you're our clients. You should know it's coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, be prepared for it. Yes, they are going to put it in place. It's coming. It's been passed, whatever. Right. Who it's going to attack? There are criteria laid out now under this administration, and without hitting anything too political, that could change.
Of course, because next,
and then in the next administration, if we're talking 10 years,
I get it. And
that's at least two cycles of potentially
adjustments.
Right.
So
to say what it will be is kind of hard to say. I mean, they're going to lay it out the way it is now. I will say though, we need some correction with the higher earning businesses compared to,
give us more,
at least in my mind, compared to our small families, our small businesses.
I get it.
Not only do we push to have documentation, log your stuff, do it right, pay your quarterly if you can, or if we set you up that way if you choose to, do everything you should, but at the same time, why go through all our stuff and nobody else? You know what I mean?
Well, so I guess you mean, why do small businesses get hit harder, or why do
not why we know why small
Okay.
businesses and just W-2 families or whatever it is, they're getting audited higher because it's not as complicated to do so.
Yeah,
so we need correction on the on the big end. You know what I mean?
But the audits are, number one, it's either going to be, they're flagged, right?
Right.
So on a regular W-2, the audits come randomly, of course. If you guys don't know that, it's randomly audit. That's just how it is. The computer just picks names out of a hat. And the other part is, it's BS that you write on your tax return. I made $53,000 combined with me and my family. Magically, I own a business and I wrote off $48,000 or whatever. I lie. You have one kid, so you probably try to get it like $12,000 or $13,000 to maximize your earned income credit. Shots like, get out of here. Like, when that happens, you don't think you're gonna get audited?
Of course. to speak exactly to that point, if you're a larger corporation, business, whatever, higher earning family, and you know you're going to get audited less, why would you not write more BS to get away with it?
So I beg to differ. I think that most higher earning companies spend the money, not the time, to hire individuals, that tell them, here are all the ways you can skip to my loo and get out of paying these taxes. And you know what they do? They do it.
Good point.
And that's it. So at the end of the day, it's shame on us, meaning if you're a regular W-2 person and you're complaining about it, freaking implement something. We talk about it all the time. You have the ability to open a small business. I think we discussed that on one of our other podcasts. Can't even keep up with it. But everyone has that ability.
Right.
So if you're going to complain about the audits and the big business taking, stop that. Open up a business. You can still work your W-2. You can still make your money and deduct a whole bunch of stuff. Come to us. We'll help
legally, legitimately.
That's it.
Get away with it. So
not get away. We don't get away.
I don't mean get away
do
with
it.
Yeah, legitimately, like without having to worry about the audit coming back because it's documented and it's correct.
Right.
So let me get back to this. Let me get your stance on it. You're for or against what you have no choice over?
On what?
The $80 billion coming.
Oh, I don't care.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
I don't care because I don't see it shaking down. First of all, the IRS has always tried to do, they are understaffed, as you already mentioned. They've been understaffed. I'm cool with that, and everyone is cool with that until they got a call. And they sit on hold for 400 years, or they get hung up on, because you got a call between 7 and 8. Right. Otherwise, your day it's over. Let it go, right? So it's cool until. You understand? And that's my issue. So you pick and choose. I don't want the audits. Don't get me, listen, I don't want the audits.
Sure.
But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, as a person and also as collectively as a company, is we're going to continue to be documentation. We said it from the beginning. Documentation. Put everything on record. Try to get as much stuff you can. And listen, at the end of the day, if they audit you and something's wrong and you can't prove it, they'll deduct whatever that thing is, and that's the end of it. You owe them the dollar.
You
keep it
moving,
bro. The issue is when people just make up a whole bunch of crazy crap, and you can't prove anything, then that becomes
and
a
now
problem.
they're hitting you with fees and interest and everything.
That, again, I don't mind. What I would like is an attitude adjustment from the IRS, because I feel like a lot of their agents are very rude and disrespectful. And what I would rather have, they give you these long numbers. This is Agent Bill Bob B.
Yep.
IRS number. What I need to do is, man, listen, I need to be able to voice complaints that actually go somewhere against those people, and to see repercussions happen, because sometimes you get them and they are the nicest people. They help you.
They help you. They get
within the rules,
Sure,
because they're like,
of course.
listen, do you have the proper attorney or whatever?
That, right.
But sometimes
they'll be helpful. They'll help you understand the rules or not.
Yeah, some people are just really rude, and I get it, it's any profession, but for some reason I think they feel like they're above everything, and that really, really pisses me off. So, again, spend time in customer service training or something like that. That's where some of that money needs. If it's $80 billion, you need to put $10 billion in customer service, because it's ridiculous. It really is.
It is.
And it's, and again, people always do that because they're on the phone. That's the thing that gets me with life, is like, you talk all that crap because I'm not going to come over there and snatch you, but if it was...
we wouldn't have done that anyway. We would have filed a formal complaint.
Nah, I'd have snatched we gonna figure that out one way or the other.
Well, let's be very honest. It shouldn't have been this complicated to begin with.
Yeah,
it should be more automated than it is now. Yeah. Their system has been antiquated before this whole COVID really jumped everything into this
they
technology.
had money that was supposed to be infused in it. Remember, they started a new computer software and they only got I think halfway through, not even, and they ran out of money.
And then they ran out. Right.
So
listen, I don't really have the answers. I know it's coming.
If you don't audit a lot more, but you update customer service, that's what
you're good with it.
Do. Yeah.
$80 billion
in the customer service.
I'm good, man.
No more audits.
$80,000.
You should never audit anyone, and there should be an audit limit.
So then the infusion should be a lot less. It should be $80,000.
Yeah, something like that. No, they need a lot of training. They need $1 billion in training. But either way.
Well, it's coming. We're here. We're ready for it. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, please reach out to us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us as always.
Email, phone, all that good stuff.
You already know. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you on the next one.
Thank you for listening to TQ Talks. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and recommend on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information at kikufinancials.com.